Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome back. Been playing a lot of The Division lately, and I've been thinking about what could I do as far as making a video is concerned that would really kind of showcase some of the things that set The Division apart from other games that are similar to it, such as, a lot of people have been comparing it to Destiny, to Diablo, and things like that. In case you don't know, it's a third-person shooter, looter type game. But one of the things that really sets it apart, I feel like, is its crafting system. And I've been fooling around with the crafting system, and I felt like I should make a video maybe to help people who are new to the game or maybe aren't too familiar with the crafting system to help them kind of get familiar with it. So basically, there's a crafting station here that you eventually unlock after doing a certain amount of story missions. The crafting system is for everything, weapons, armor, you name it. You could basically craft it. Some things you can craft are probably a little bit too high of a level to you. Obviously, at endgame when you're level 30, that's the maximum level, so nothing will be too high for you. That's probably where you want to do the most crafting, I would think. Would probably be towards the end game, but if you have really out-leveled gear while you're leveling up, this could be a really good way to get free gear, essentially. The problem, I guess I wouldn't say problem, but one of the things about the crafting system is that it is RNG based. What does that mean? Well, RNG stands for random number generator, if you aren't familiar, and basically just the game's way of giving you random stats on certain things that you craft. Kind of giving it a sense of, gambling, so to speak, a sense of randomness, a sense of, maybe you'll get something really good, maybe you'll get something that's not so good. It could be frustrating, but more often than not, you're going to craft something that's very useful to you, specifically an upgrade of some sort. Now, here, if you look on the right-hand side, or now in this case on the left-hand side, the damage right there, it could be as low as 1000 or as high as 1200. That's what you're looking at when you're looking at like DPS and damaging and the rolls and stuff like that. The selected blueprint, as you see right here in the middle of the screen, these are the type of things that can come on the gun that you craft. Equipped primary, it has the talent that you can get. Certain mods that could be crafted with, I believe.
Thank you for everything.
And all the different types of things that can come with the crafting. Now that's obviously specifically for weapons. Armor is a little bit different, and the materials that they require are a little bit different as well for each one. So how do you get the materials for crafting? Well, the materials are all around. If you deconstruct items instead of selling them, you get fabric, you get weapon parts, you get tools, and these three main components are what's used for crafting. The tools, fabric, and weapon parts levels, depending on what you're crafting, whether it be armor or weapons, is dependent on the level of the item that you would like to craft. So in this case, let's go back up here to this gun. I'm not going to make this Magnum, but at the bottom of this screen it says resources required. Weapon parts, 9 out of 5. Or it requires 5 out of the 9 that I have, and 2 blue tools out of the 13 that I have. As you scroll down here, weapon parts 9 out of 83. There are different levels of weapon parts and fabric and tools that you can gather and collect. Green, blue, purple, and then yellow. Yellow is like to use a Destiny term, it's like your exotic tier. It's like your very high level tier. Your purples are your legendaries, your blues are your rares, your greens are your commons. In the very beginning of the game, you're going to get white materials and white things. That's for those for uncommon gear, but you'll outgrow that very quickly. So, let's see, what is this? Double barrel shotgun. I actually got this blueprint not that long ago. So how do you get blueprints? Well, in order to craft stuff, you need the blueprints in order to craft them. To get the blueprints, it's literally just as simple as completing side missions. You complete side missions, you complete encounters, and the rewards sometimes, in fact, oftentimes, are blueprints. The blueprints can range any armor, any type of weapon. I don't know if it's the same for every person. I don't know if the blueprints are always the same. The blueprints could be different. It could be RNG based. I'm not entirely sure. I recently got this double barrel blueprint right here. As you can see on the bottom, resources required, again, 3 out of 9 weapon parts and 1 out of the 13 tools. So just to give you guys an idea I'm going to craft one of these. You literally just hold X and it'll craft for you. So let's see what I get. Bam, look at that, 4,000 damage. That's actually more than what it told me I can get. The RPMs is down, the mag is down, but that's because of the double barrel shotgun. It's only going to have 2 bullets in the magazine. The RPM, it's a shotgun, it's slow firing. Reload speed is pretty quick. Accuracy, range, stability. Now this is comparing it to my equipped primary, which is an RPK-74, as you can see on the right hand side. Compares all the stats, yada yada yada. Obviously this is a brand new crafted weapon. It doesn't have any mods on it. It doesn't have a scope, a magazine extension, even though I don't think shotguns get magazine extensions, but you understand what I'm saying. It doesn't have any mods or anything on it. It's very rough. You can take it, you can equip it, or you can destruct it, as you can see down at the bottom. Deconstructing it would give you some parts back that you spent on it, so I'd probably get some weapon parts. I might get a tool. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Just for the sake of science, let's deconstruct it. See what I get.
My back is all fucked up. I need some meds bad.
Item with salvaged weapon parts. See, I salvaged some weapon parts. I didn't get any tools back. It would cost 3 to make. You get 1 back for deconstructing it. So you salvage something if you don't want the weapon or you didn't get a proper roll that you wanted. Now, speaking of rolls and things of that nature, eventually up here in the tech wing, I don't have it unlocked yet because I'm not that far in the game yet. I'm only level 12. You're going to get one of these, this thing right here opens up eventually. It's called the recalibration station. You can use this not for weapons, I don't think. I think it only affects armor. That you can recalibrate certain stats, certain perks on your armor and stuff like that, and recalibrate it later on in the game to get the rolls that you want for the build that you want. If you're going to be a medic, you're going to be a tech guy, you know, whatever you're going to be, it's going to help you out a lot. So let's go back here, back to the crafting station, open this up. This is going to be very important, and it's a very good way to get weapons. If you have outdated weapons, if you have outdated armor, rather than wasting those credits that are really hard to get, you're much better off crafting something that has a better chance of being an upgrade for you. Let's look at these backpacks. I can't use this backpack for another 2 levels, but this backpack is like an all-around upgrade for me. It's only going to cost me 5 blue fabric and 2 blue electronics. Oh, electronics, that's another material I forgot that you're going to need to go around. And on top of getting these items for dismantling items that you don't need, you also find them around the world in boxes and stuff like that. When you open them out of boxes and stuff like that around the world, there's again an RNG chance that you get either purple, blue, green, etc. So you stock up on that stuff, come back to the crafting station, and this is just, I just wanted to let everybody know that this is a much easier, a much better way to get gear early on, especially when you're like level 12 and, you know, like I am, than spending those credits. Save those credits for things that you're going to need later on in the game, rather than just wasting them right now, you know, getting gear that you're just going to replace in a couple hours or in a couple days anyways. Just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me to do it that way. So that was a quick tutorial on crafting. I hope it was informative. I hope it helps you guys out. I hope you guys craft some items rather than buying them. Oh, actually, before we go, there's material conversion. I think this is really good. So you can take excess materials from lower tier fabrics and lower tier weapon parts and lower tier electronics, and you can, by 5 a piece, increase them to a higher level. So what am I talking about? I have 149 green fabric. Let's craft some blue fabric. Bam, I got 1. Let's craft another one. Bam, got 2. And for every 5 green ones, you can convert them into 1 blue one. That's incredibly huge. So you're not just going to have a bunch of green fabric later on at the end game when you're like, I don't need any green weapons. I don't need any green armor. Why the fuck do I need this shit? Well, you take it, you come to your crafting station, and you convert it into blue stuff. And then you can convert the blue stuff into high-end yellow stuff. and you're going to be able to convert the high end, you know, the blue stuff into higher end stuff right here, like this, you know, the blue into the yellow and etc. And it just keeps going. I think it goes green to blue and then blue to yellow. I don't think there's any purple crafting materials. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think that there is. So I think this is a great system put in by Ubisoft to make sure that low level stuff is still relevant. Granted, it takes a lot of the low level stuff to get the high end stuff, but it should be that way. You know, so this way that low level stuff, when you're at level 30 at the end game activities, it doesn't feel like it's being wasted, and that you're not getting, you know, you're not just having to dismantle it or throw it away so it doesn't take inventory space of it. It has a use. And I think this is a very smart system put in by Ubisoft for their crafting system, and I think it's very smart, and it's gonna be received well by the player base. So anyways, that is a quick tutorial on crafting. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it, share it, comment down below if I helped you or if I'm an asshole. Share it with your friends so they know a little bit more about the crafting system in the game and that they don't spend their credits at the vendors when they could just craft the stuff. And
Been heating up snow for so long.
that's gonna do it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Enzo. You are YouTube, and as always, stay classy, Internet.